And welcome back to What If? Well, what if? Who would win from What If Life? See, that's I saved it. Birthday request, and that's the only reason you're getting an actual video on this subject. Goten versus Robin. Now, thing is, he didn't specify a specific Robin. We're gonna look at all the four main Robins: Damien, Tim, Dick, and Jason. Now, obviously, there is a very big reason this is a birthday request. Otherwise, it would have made it into the speed rounds. Is because there's no way on God's green earth that any Robin could beat Goten. Goten, just in base form alone, can move at basic light speeds. He's strong enough. Him and Trunks were strong enough. Kid Trunks strong enough to contend with a Frieza level individual who was basically means they are capable of going toe to toe with someone who can blow up a planet with their finger. With Super Saiyan, they're just boosting their abilities even further. They have obviously they have Ki Blast. They have flight, so basically they have aerial and arena control basically through that. Enhanced physicality. They are literally trained and have such senses to the point where even trained kid fighters that we saw in the tournament, look like they're moving somewhat in slow motion to them. We've seen that's kind of how you perceive it when you're like that highly trained and have like physical abilities that high. There is no way any of the Robins, even though I'd argue that the Robins are more effectively trained in just overall combat, martial arts skills, things like stealth, weapons combat, all that. I would go with them in terms of their training, because Goten, while he does have Goku as a dad, Gohan as his brother, he's still really young. He's still got a lot to learn. And so I really wouldn't put it just comes down to the fact that stat wise, these guys can't compete with each other at all. The only one who comes even remotely, when I say remotely, I mean remotely within a conversation of it would be Jason when he's on Venom. That's it. And even then, it's not enough to be taken on Gohan. It's enough that if he were to land a hit on Gohan and Gohan's not paying attention, it would hurt. And Gohan's like, oh, that really hurt. It just knock his ass out. That's really how it would come down to. That even if I were to add all their weapons and gadgets into the fray, Goten has the speed, and he has the Ki Blast, just blast any smoke bombs or whatever, just blow them out of the way, or fly up out of a smoke screen or something like that. Tasers might hurt him, but they're not going to really knock him out. It's just this is the only other thing that they really got going against Goten is very much a kid. He is a kind of kid Goku 2.0 kind of. That's how innocent and naive he kind of is. Now that being said, when push comes to shove, he'll make the right choice. He's not stupid. It's just that he's a little kid. Whereas even the youngest of them, Damien, is a trained killer. And all of them have had to mature a lot faster than Goten has. But again, that doesn't mean anything when the stat gap is this big. Like it just doesn't mean anything. Now, with all of that being said, if you really wanted to twist my arm saying, is it impossible for them to win? You would really need to write a scenario for them to be able to outdo Goten. In essence, the only way I could realistically see it happening, when I say realistically, I mean within the confines of their universe, things that they could, in theory, have at their disposal if they so chose to. If they were to maybe steal one of Batman's bat suits, like armored bat suits, maybe? But the only three that could probably do it, or at least two of them that could definitely do it, would be the final Batsuit, because that's a multi-versal level Batsuit. The Hellbat, which was able to actually punk out Darkseid. And maybe the Justice Buster. But the problem is the Justice Buster, as powerful as it is on just a physical level, and capable of taking shots from like a holding back Superman, is designed specifically to take out the Justice League itself. It's got countermeasures for the Justice League itself, not for Goten. That being said, physically speaking, it should still be able to contend with Goten. Like I said, it's designed. It can take shots from a Superman who is holding back. So, because that's the only reason Superman in that comic really like plowed through the Justice Buster, is because Bruce even said, subconsciously Superman always holds back. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. But this is what happens when that's not the case. And so if somehow, some way, any one of those Robins got a hold of any one of those suits and tried to use it, yes, feasibly they could beat Goten, at least with 2 out of 3 of the suits. Again, the Justice Buster might be up in the air, but the other 2, it's a definite. The only problem with the Hellbat suit is it has the metabolism draining effect where it could kill you if you're using it too long. The final Batsuit did not have that weakness, as far as I know. So yeah, there's that one circumstance I could see where the Robin could win, whichever Robin is. Even if it's a Royale, they're not going to be able to outmatch Goten. They just can't. This is a metahuman that they could not keep up with, let alone take a hit from, let alone beat in a hand-to-hand fight. They would really have to use their wits just to survive him. And even then, that's not a guarantee. So yeah, Goten would really sweep the floor with the Robins, sad to say. I do like the Robins, absolutely. They're very much fun characters. Honestly, all 4 of them are pretty solid characters. I've grown to even like Damian over the years. So yeah, it sucks, but even Krillin could beat the Robin's ass. Honestly, no joke. Yamcha could beat the Robin's ass, and if Yamcha can beat you, oh, there's a problem there. Even Chaozu, by all accounts, could beat them. Chaozu being arguably the weakest member of the entire Z fighters. But because he's got psychic abilities as well, that were able to hold back a god-level Goku, at least temporarily. Yeah, Chaozu conceivably could be it. Chaozu can psychically stop your heart. So, yeah, most of the Dragon Ball Z cast could legitimately outright beat the Robins. Like, Mr. Satan is in fact a martial artist. So even though I don't think he could beat the Robins, he could at least give them a fight, to a degree, which is kind of fun. Now, granted, I think they could beat Satan. That I do think is very likely, but still. Roshi, though, they'd lose to Roshi. He can bullet time, man. He literally can catch bullets, which means he can literally react at that speed, no problem, and stop them without getting hurt. The Robins can't keep up with that. Anyway, I digress. It's Goten for the win here. But, it's a birthday request, so there you go. Thanks for watching, though. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.